Hello class 11. We have already learnt about the Harappan civilization. We have learnt about their town planning. We have seen that they were excellent engineers. As their towns were well planned, we can come to the conclusion that they were excellent engineers. Now we are moving on to their other aspects of their lives, such as the economic life. Now when we discuss about the economic life, economy deals with the earnings, it deals with the finance of the community. Now the Harappan people, their main occupation or jobs, that it revolves around mostly agriculture and cattle rearing. Apart from that, they were also engaged in the trade and commerce, because we have found the dockyard both inland and overseas trade, because the Harappan seals have been found in Mesopotamia. So we can come to conclusion that they had the trade relationship with the Mesopotamian civilization. Now the Harappan dockyard, that is Lothal in Gujarat, has also been excavated, and we have found the models of ships. So all these indicate that they were involved in trade and commerce. Now they also manufactured goods. That means potteries, jewelries, cotton cloth, etc. They were terracotta toys. So these were all the occupations that were practiced by the Harappan people, apart from the cattle rearing and agriculture. We know that wheat and barley were their staple food, because we have found the specimens of wheat and barley, the grains of wheat and barley from the cracks of the granaries. So that gave us the conclusion that the Harappan people, they grew wheat and barley, and they were the staple food, apart from vegetables and other cereals. Now, as we are discussing about the trade and commerce, the mode of transaction during the Harappan time was the seals. The seals of Harappa, this is an important aspect, because this involves, gives you a short question. Write a short note on Harappan seals. So seals in Harappa, they were used for the trading purpose. They were used as currencies. Some of the seals, they had a hole in the middle or on the top, that they could be string in the chain. So they were used for the exchange of goods and for the trading purpose. And the seals, they were mostly made up of terracotta. They were engraved with the animal figures and the script, which is not yet deciphered. People are not able to read the Harappan script so far. That is why the information on the Harappan civilization is totally based upon the archaeological evidences. So the script of Harappa, that was mostly written in Kharoshti style, that means from right to left, and there were engravings of animals, I have told you, and the most important seal that has been found is the Pashupati seal, which depicts, which has been found in Mohenjo-daro, and which depicts a figure which is seated cross-legged in the center with animals all around it. That is why Pashupati, Pashu, the lord of the animals. Pashupati literally means lord of the animals. And scholars say that it is most probably the early representation of Lord Shiva. Now we move on to the religious life. They were highly religious people. They used to worship in the natural environment, and the mother goddess, many figurines, terracotta figurines, that means statues of mother goddess are found. So we come to conclusion that they worship the mother goddess or the nature. Apart from this, they used to worship the animals. They used to worship Pashupati or Lord Shiva, and we get many samples or specimens of present day Shiva Linga. So Linga type of figure has also been unearthed, from which we come to know that they used to worship the Linga. And it is said that the foundation of the Hindu religion, uh, it can be traced back to Harappa. The people of Harappa, they had actually laid the foundation of our Hindu religion. Next, we move on to the social life. That we know that there was, I have already told you that there had been a very strong civic body, that means a municipality, which used to keep a watch on the civic life, the town planning of the town, the maintenance of the town, and everything. Now, food habits consisted of both vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Wheat and barley were the staple food, and along with them, meat and vegetables were also consumed. Um, uh, we come to know from the various figurines, the statues, that they used to cover their bodies with the cotton cloth, the upper part with uruni, or a piece of long piece of cloth, which was known as which we call the chadar or shawl rather, and the lower part either dhoti or lungi type they used to wear. And mostly it was made of copper. They, both men and women, they used to keep long hair. They used to decorate themselves with the jewelries, both men and women. Jewelries made up of terracotta, jewelries made up of cowries, jewelries made up of shells and beads. And they entertained themselves with various activities. The indoor activities included singing, dancing, gambling, while the outdoor activities included hunting, fishing, etc. And they used to cremate and bury their dead. So both way they used to dispose of their deaths. Now, another important aspect from the Harappan civilization, that is the decline of the Harappan civilization. Now, the civilization, the scholars are not unanimous. They are not of same opinion that as to how the civilization of Harappa declined. Some of the scholars say that it was due to the attacks of the foreigners, that means the Aryans who were coming from the Central Asia, but this theory does not have any authenticity. So we cannot follow this. Mostly the scholars believe that due to the natural calamities, that means severe earthquakes, famine, or floods, repeated floods caused the decline of this civilization. Many tell that the change in the course of rivers Saraswati and Indus led to the decline of this civilization, because the change in the course of the rivers that caused the enhancement of the desert land, the situation, the environment became inhabitable for the people, so they shifted from that area, and slowly the cities started to decline. And some scholars say that probably due to the breakout of some kind of epidemic, disease, the civilization had declined. So we cannot tell for sure that how did this Harappan civilization decline. We mostly know that it had declined near about 1500 to 1700 BC, and the Aryan civilization or the Vedic civilization had begun. So this was Harappa. Next we will start with the Egyptian civilization.